Hey y'all, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm sleepy. I'm real sleepy. But I have so much excitement in my sleepiness to talk to my friend, my sister, my favorite singer on this earth. I don't know how else to describe this woman of God. Not only has she talked me through some hard times, but I've seen her prevail through it all. Her voice is anointed. If you ever heard it, you know that you've heard an angel of God. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited for my sister, Blanche McAllister. Dykes, gospel recording artist, is going to be joining with us.
Hey.
Yes, yes.
You know, I started to come on and say, I can't it, Tansy, but you know, you're my sister.
Yeah.
we got history up in these streets.
You understand? So I am excited. For those who are living up underneath a rock and don't know who you are, just do us a favor and introduce yourself and what you do and all that good stuff.
Hey, good people. Hope everybody's well. I am Blanche McAllister Dykes. I sing. I do all things worship. Most people that know me know that I sing with Donald Lawrence and Company. I also sing with Donald Lawrence and Tri-City Singers. I am the worship leader at one of the greatest churches in America, as well as the United States.
Yes,
as my man said on TV, America as well as the United States.
Yes.
But in the world,
yes,
I am the worship leader at the Brook, which is one of the greatest churches in the world.
Yes,
and I'm honored to serve there as well as the worship leader.
Yes. Well, we are excited. I have had the privilege. It was so crazy how we've gotten connected. It was actually through Katrina. And it was crazy because we were doing a show, Confessions of a Good Man, and I had told her, I said, yo, I would love for Blanche to play Barbara. And so she says, oh, well, just call her. And I was like, call her? What do you mean just call her? Like, are you kidding? And so she was like, yeah, like, just what? And I was it was like a dream of mine to work with you. And so it was funny because when you call, when we, kind of connected, I was literally on the other line, like, oh my God. I'm like, yes. I was freaking out. It was so crazy. And so I was just so honored that you agreed to come on and join the WOW family. And, of course, Glenn stalked you and still stalks you now.
That is hilarious. No, I was honored that you even thought about me. I had been retired, for lack of a better word. They weren't calling me to do plays since that's Donald. I did plays, and like time I got with Donald, they was like, we're not going to touch that. Y'all don't know. Anyway.
Right.
So I hadn't done plays in years by the time you reached out to me. So that was an honor in itself. And God always, has a way of just reminding you, I put more in you than what people see and know. So you just stay available. I'm going to do what I do. So no, the honor was mine. Yeah. And Barbara is a phenomenal character.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody's mama, auntie, sis here.
All day. So, speaking of that, and you joining the WOW family, what has been your favorite WOW moment?
There have been quite a few. I always love when you feel the energy on stage and everybody is engulfed in the moment. So it's always great when the audience feels and responds, but it's even greater when it moves the stage.
Yeah.
There have been those type of moments with you guys that have been like, now, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay, I have to gather myself because I know I got to say something right here. It's been some of those moments. And you and Donna, you guys have really, really made it your business to really reach the heart of people.
Yeah.
So there have been quite a few, even the behind, and your people, people were wild crazy.
Yes, they are.
So
I
the
think it's a
behind,
requirement. I think it's a requirement.
ooh,
Got to have a
the,
little bit of crazy.
between rehearsals and behind the stage, I don't know how we have any voice to do anything on stage.
I know.
From laughing.
I know. Yes, I still have a picture of you hiding in the corner. We was rehearsing for so long. You were hiding in the corner. Y'all can see me? Y'all can see me?
Oh,
I still have it. It is
delirious.
It is hilarious.
Ooh, delirious.
Yes.
But it has been one of the most fulfilling opportunities I've had since I've been here.
That's awesome.
It really has.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So, what do you? I know that you've had, prior to while a lot of people don't know that you used to tour with stage plays and that sort of thing. What do you think? How do you think the arts has changed or does impact the lives of people who not only participate in it and performing, but actually witness it? Like, what do you think the arts does for the community?
I think it does a number of things. One is it reminds us to think outside of our own personal lives.
Mm-hmm.
We know that a good book is a great escape for sure. Without a doubt, it's one of the greatest escapes. You find yourself engulfed in someone else's stories.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things I love about theater, specifically the kind of theater that we do, is it's always relatable, but at the same time, it pulls you out of where you are.
Right.
And kind of gives you another perspective of what's going on in the community.
Right.
Just because it's not happening in your life doesn't mean it's not happening. And so I like that. I like that it's still. I know they used to say edutainment. I love when our plays do that, when they educate you as well as entertain you, and you leave inspired. You leave, reminded that there's more. Whatever your more is, and then not being limited to. Not being limited to what you think it'll be, but being open to what it can be,
Right. Right.
So I think, but it's unfortunate that there aren't as many, in as many plays as there used to be. When I started doing plays in 90, I think I started with Garrett in like 94, 92, something like that, 93 or 4. And it was a local production that he was trying to take and do a tour. And although we never did a full out tour, we did spot dates. And then from that, I ended up going to see a show, which was A Good Man Is Hard to Find, which was, really big in the 90s.
Yeah.
And that was my first tour. And it was such an eye opener. It was amazing just to kind of see again the impact.
Right.
That these shows have. When there would be people crying, you told my story, or that was my auntie. And so it also opens it's another form of ministry. It really is. It really is. But I hate that it's not as common as it used to be. There aren't as many doors for it now as it used to be. I think it's time for a change, though, Angie.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I completely agree. And speaking on that, because I don't know if you had the opportunities when you were younger in school. They've taken the arts pretty much out of school.
Wow, I didn't know
and
that.
So they're not as, like every year there used to be a lot of plays and a lot of things. And so they don't have as many. They're starting to bring it back in a little. But they don't have as many. What do you think? We want to be able to have this performing arts center where kids can come and get acting classes and do showcases and things like that. How important do you think the arts are for our children?
Let me tell you, Tangie, the arts changed my life.
Wow.
I am a church girl, pastor's kid, so I've been in church all of my life. Singing is all I know, for sure. And I wasn't in like chorus and stuff at school, but for whatever reason, even though I wasn't in chorus, I still did the plays. Right? So there were things that were awakened in me that had nothing to do with what was being awakened in everybody else. And that's the best way I can say it. It gave us something else to do that didn't necessarily involve other people as much as developing you.
Right.
And so I know that it changed my life. Like I said, arts and music have always been a part of my life. I don't know what my life would be without that. You know, I knew I had Jesus and he was going nowhere, but I also knew that he was awakening something else inside of me. I could have been one that went the other way, and you know, my story been something different. So the kids today need something else to think about. There's too much access to everything else, and I, you know, I always say that there is, you know, access is good in its time when it's paced. I really believe that, but I also believe that when you don't have anything else to do, like this quarantine, for example, glory to God. You know, people don't have anything to do, so people are just doing anything. You know,
everything.
And everything. But what if there was some type of structure, of some kind of structure as it relates to things that are inside of you that you enjoy? There are actors and actresses that don't know that they're actors and actresses because no one has presented acting to them. There are musicians that don't know there is music inside of them because no one has, you know, presented music to them and say, hey, I see something in you, you know. And so I think PAC is necessary. We got to bring back the life that is, or bring back the continue to blow on the flame that brings life to our young people. You know, it literally kept my interest. When I tell you, when I look at what I could be, it gave me something to do. And I also felt like it was mine. You know, we all had gifts, but this was something that I could do. It taught me, you know, write your poem, you know. You know, they don't know I dabble a little bit of poetry, you know what I'm saying? But as a child, you know, as a child, somebody said, hey, it's some stuff, you got something to say. You know, and with that came, you know, my introduction to the arts, and not just what I knew. You know, singing in the choir, again, I enjoy it. Singing in the choir and all, and you know, we didn't have praise teams back then. But music was all I knew. But then to see another facet of music, you know, to see another, you know, so I think it's necessary. I think our kids need something else to put into the pot to keep them inspired and to pull out something that's inside of them that they don't know anything about. You know.
So what do you think? You know, WOW has been here since 2008, and as we continue to fight the odds of not having enough and making, as Dana said earlier, $1 out of 15 cents, and really just trying to continue to produce quality productions and continue to train actors. What do you think WOW brings to the community? Like, why is it necessary that WOW stay open and get a place to be able to provide these things for other people?
Because it gives, again, a place where people can come, well, I'm gonna say young people, but people of all ages can come and find out what's inside of them. You know what I mean? Be exposed to something that pulls out something inside of them that allows them to, again, live another piece of their life. You know, there's so many pieces to the life that we're giving. You know, it's not all, you know, your mom, your wife, you're a writer, you're all of these different things, and they're all different pieces of your life. But if there's not access for you to hone in on one of them, that's a piece of your life that you're missing. So I think, I know that this is necessary so people can get in and better, you know, for those that already are introduced to it, they can better learn how to do it and go to the next level. For those that haven't been introduced to it necessarily, but are interested, or even as you guys are talking, as you talk about it, it's igniting and sparking something in them. They need a place to go. They need a place to go where they can say, hey, I don't know what this is, but I feel like I'm supposed to be right. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something. And there's somebody equipped to navigate them in the right direction, you know, and, you know, just kind of, so it's very, very, very necessary. And this is a getaway too. You know, get our kids off of the streets, you know, get them from in front of video games all day, get them, you know, from, you know, being dormant, you know, something else to keep them active and keep their minds active. And, you know, creativity, it doesn't have to be a lost art. You know, but what happens when there's no more creativity? And I think this is also a place that rekindles, you know, and stirs up creativity. You know, especially when we're in those rehearsals and you say stuff like, okay, now go another way, you know, okay, I felt that, but let's try in this direction. See what else you got in there. That's bringing something else out of you that only makes you better and stretches you. So we need the PAC. We need it.
We are one of the things that, you know, WOW does is, I mean, there's a lot of production companies in the area, a lot of other theater companies and that sort of thing. But one thing that we pride ourselves on in doing is having original works.
Yeah.
Speaking from the African American voice. How important is it you feel, even in singing, um,
Hmm.
is the art of the voice of an African American company or theater or singer or
Yeah.
actor? How is it important? Is it, you know what I mean? Has that kind of died down, or
Oh no, of course
what's
not.
your thought? What's your thoughts?
Of course, it'll never die down as long as we're here. We'll always have a story to tell, and who
Right.
better to tell our story than us?
Right.
I think when you think of original, again, you're thinking of heart. Original is what came out of your heart. Interpretation is always good. I love to do a good cover. You know me,
Mm-hmm.
but even when I do a cover, I take it in, put it in my heart, and let it come out the way I want to do it. So that definitely has its place. Interpretation is good, but there's nothing like original. Saying it your way.
Yeah.
No one formulating your words for you, but you formulating it yourself. It's very pure, very organic. And 9 times, Donald says all the time, he says, what comes from the soul reaches the soul.
Mm,
And,
that's good.
they can't really interpret your soul for you.
Right.
So, it'll always be necessary that we tell our own story. It'll always be necessary that we're present. It'll always be necessary that we're seen, that people know, hey, we're here. We're not going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, very necessary.
So tell me, when you came in, of course you have the notoriety of, again, I'm a complete fan. I always have been. It's just before I even knew who you were. You know what I mean? Like, no, seriously. Like, my favorite song is These Nails. I just can't. Yeah, it just,
Why does that tickle me?
it just does.
Tangy, when I tell you I was scared to death singing that song.
Really? Wow.
But I was so grateful that God did what he did, the way he did it.
Oh, listen, it did it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Thank you, Tangelina.
amazing. Oh my
Thank you,
So
Tangelina.
being who you are and coming into, a lot of people say the local theater, and
Mm-hmm.
you being a part of um, larger production companies that have
Mm-hmm.
a lot more notoriety and experience and years on top of us. What was your experience coming into WOW that you can share with other people?
You know what I will say? It was very fresh and very pure. And by that I'm just saying, when you're dealing with vets, and I wasn't a vet at the time. I was fresh meat, and there was vets that have been doing it forever.
Uh-huh.
There's a different there's a different something in the air. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not talking about the stage. Stage is, the stage is always good. They're always going to hit the stage and it's going to be on. But you're meeting with these different personalities. You're dealing with people that, you know, um, have their own platforms or whatever. So it can at times be a little rocky, for lack
Mm-hmm.
of a better word. But there was something very pure because you had a room full of people that were good at what they did, enjoyed what they did, and they just wanted to. It was such a sense of family. And I felt like family before, but because everybody else also had their own um, quotas to fill. I
Yeah.
don't know the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're in the industry, they're saying you got to do this and you got to do that. So you had a lot of that.
Uh-huh.
So that kind of messes with the family just a little bit because, yeah, you want to look out for the family, but the people that are paying your bills are saying, hey, you got to.
Right.
Whereas when I came to WOW, it was just a bunch of people that love acting, that love WOW, that love, the stage. And it was just very pure. It was just, so that in itself it was a very humbling experience for me as well, because you have some phenomenal people,
Yeah.
that again, they ain't looking for nothing no more than to have a great show. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It was very humbling, very
Yeah.
amazing people. We work with some of the most WOW has had some of the most amazing talent. When I met Will, I was like, and what show he on? Where you get him from?
Right.
Yeah, like, is he on the soap? Did I miss him on the soaps or
Right.
something?
Right.
And then Dane, I was like, girl, like,
This, this,
so just amazing. You have some really amazing,
yeah.
talented people that just have a heart for a while,
Yeah.
have a heart for the stage,
Yeah.
and got your back.
Right. They
Got your
do.
back.
They do.
Got
They
your
ride.
back.
Listen, they ride. And I continue, a lot of times when I want to quit, and I
Yeah.
want to quit often. Why
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
can't quit because
Yeah.
of that. You know what I mean? They've invested so much, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to do everything that I could possibly do to kick open doors for them,
Amen.
and,
Amen.
and be able to, go and flourish and let their talent, God take them where they need to be because they just are so dope. Like,
Absolutely. And the great thing about it, we know being in church, that church was the greatest training ground ever.
yeah,
Like some of the greatest musicians that today started in the church. They trained in the church. They learned in the church.
yeah,
It's the same, now, it's the same here. Like with every production, there's such an energy and there's such an exchange from writer, producer, director to fellow actors and actresses. There's just an exchange that's undeniable, very necessary, and always impactful. Always. There are
awesome.
always people crying
Yeah,
after a wild production.
yeah, it is. It is. And we try to, I say all the time, God has called me to be a minister, but
Yeah.
I'm minister behind a pen. I
Yeah.
don't get in nobody pulpit.
Yeah.
That's not my call. But I
Yeah.
will minister behind the pen.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited about being able to do that. And, we are needing help in order to get this performing arts center up and running
Yeah.
so that we can continue to touch lives and allow people to come and showcase their skill and their talent and get it sharpened so that
Yeah.
they can go on and be great. So, I don't want to, I know you got a rehearsal getting ready to come through.
Yes.
So, what is it that you can tell the people why they should donate to WOW? Let them know about the upcoming projects you got going on. What's going on in Blanche's world.
Listen, we were just talking before this started about the recording that I did, that we're still working on getting out. I'm about to release a single called Words. Cannot wait to release this song. It was actually penned by Donald Lawrence, and
Okay.
Myron Butler produced our record. And
Uh-huh.
I'm excited about being able to just remind people how important our words are. I was going to get you a second ago when you said, I ain't getting in nobody's pulpit unless he say otherwise. But anyway, I digress. As I come back full circle. So gonna drop my single Words, and just going to continue to to sing and do what God has called me to do, as well as we're still sharing the message of Jesus at the brook, and just loving on people in this space. People really need love, and they need to be reminded of the hope. So with that said, that's what's going on with me.
Okay.
I think that people, to everybody that's watching, sow. The Bible says He gives seed to the sower, and He says that He will pour out a blessing that there won't be enough room to receive. So, and I'm saying that to say there's no such thing as a wasted seed, especially when it's good ground.
Yeah.
So sow into WOW. Whether you're an actor or actress, or somebody, you have kids or don't have kids, you see that these are people that believe in ministry, that they're sharing, and allowing people to do and better serve their talents. And you can't go wrong by sowing into the vision that God has given this woman of God that you fight so tirelessly, Tangi, for a while. And like you said, even when you want to get up, He sends somebody to hold up your arms. So we want to be there to help hold up your arms. And my prayer is that you get more than enough of what you need, and that not only there's no lack in WOW, but there's no lack in your house, because the vision is big, and it is sure. It is sure. God didn't put this on your heart for nothing. So people give, sow, and expect it to come back just as quick as you can give it. He's going to give it back, because she and WOW and Donna, they are good ground. Take it from me. They are good ground. So we need a place where we can go and grow and walk on water.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. So yeah, give. And then give some more, and then tell somebody else to give.
Right.
And then tell the people that they told to give. Okay.
Blanche, I love you.
I love you
so
too,
much.
sis.
I can't wait to hug you, but I can do the Wakanda.
Yes, you already know.
So I am so excited. I thank you so much for taking time out to talk to us, and
Thank you, sister. My pleasure.
I can't wait for words. Let us know so we can stand behind it and do what we can do to make sure that that gets out where it needs to be. Be sure to look out for words by this and come through.
Absolutely.
My favorite song, of course, is
We are win.
Let's Hear Me. That is my song. Listen. And or Built to Last. Is that the song?
Built to Last, you like Built to Last.
Yes, Built to
Yeah.
Last.
Tangi, wow is built to last. Another reason why you should sow. You should sow into something that is going to last and far supersede. This is going to go further than you think it's going to go.
Oh,
and I'm talking about when you're gone to the next thing, or you retired, and be like, okay, you young bucks, y'all come on and
come on, take
this should be a staple in Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah.
A staple.
Yeah. We're trying.
Yeah. It's coming.
Built to last. I know, right, Erica? Listen. Woo! How you doing, Erica?
Love.
Okay. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take me a quick nap before our next run. But thank you so much, Blanche. I love
you guys. I love you so much. Thank you.
I love you. Thanks.
Love you
too. All right. Talk to you later. All right, y'all. Y'all heard it first. Blanche McAllister Dykes from the Dun & Lawrence and Company. She was also an actress in our show Confessions of a Good Man. Love her to death. She is also a woman. Yes, you have a lot of gospel artists who sing, and they're in the industry, and a lot of them live different lives. She is not one of those. And so I am so honored to just be considered a friend and a peer and all that good stuff, and a sister, and she just makes my heart glad. I'm a little teary-eyed because I miss her so. So next up, who's next up? Comedian Akintunde. Dope, right? He's a Dove Award winner. He is a writer, he's a director, he's a producer, he's a comedian, he's a business owner, he's a father, he's a husband, he has a podcast, he has everything. So he'll be here at 5:00 at the top of the hour. And then at 6 p.m. we got Dee Dee Renee from the Big DM that will be on, and then at 6:30 the Wow Women, the actresses, Wow Women will be doing a game show at 6:30. So you guys definitely want to make sure that you tune in at that time so that you can participate. They have games, they have prizes. That we want you to give. No prices is too small. We are roughly about 15% of our goal, so we need another 85% to meet our goal by midnight on tonight. So if you can give, please do so. We greatly appreciate it. So again, at 5:00 we will be. Next you will hear is comedian Akintunde. Okay, so talk to you guys later. Love you. Thanks so much.